Hey, this video is just to show you guys how to work through your first project that is due in Unit 3. All right, so we're going to scroll down. I'm hoping that in Student Resources you guys have clicked on, you've done the welcome video, you've checked out the course pace and everything, and then you'll see there's two course supports, one for Project 1 and one for Project 2. Now, I'm going to go ahead and click on Project number 1. And it's not due until Unit 3. So you guys are going to work through Unit 1, Unit 2, and there's going to be some checkpoints to make sure that you guys are slowly starting to create this project. But I wanted to give you guys an overview so that when you're going through topics 1 through 3, you can start to get an idea of what you're going to want to put into your project, okay? So within the project, you are going to be creating a PowerPoint or a Canva or some sort of presentation where you can have some slides. And there's going to be 3 parts to this. So we're going to be looking at culture and media, personal and community health, and then health and safety plan development, okay? So within each of those parts, we're going to break it down even further. So part 1 is going to be culture and media. You're going to have at least 2 slides, one about culture, one about media, and then we've got the directions for what you should have in those, okay? Now, as I scroll down, I can see part 2 and part 3, but I'm going to go to where you're going to submit this assignment. So, like I said, it's not due until Unit 3, so we're going to go ahead and we are going to scroll down. And there's Unit 3. I'm going to click that drop down. We're going to scroll all the way to the end because it's not due until the end of Unit 3. And then if I click on the Unit 3 project, you guys are going to see that there is a rubric for you to follow. So within your project, so part 1, okay, we talked about culture and media. So I'm going to be looking that you have, first of all, the topic, okay, the title, and then 3 facts on your media slide and 3 facts on your culture slide. Okay, if you have all of those, you're going to get 30 points. If you're missing any of those, your grade's going to start to drop. So there's part 1, part 2, part 3 we talked about. And then lastly, what I didn't mention yet were the references. So you could have references at the very end. You could have them on each slide. It's totally up to you. So I'm going to show you guys a couple of examples from previous students real quick. This is an example that a student did on Canva. Very cool. It lets you be a little bit more artistic. So she did part 1, culture and media. And she made sure that she listed her 3 facts. So friendship cultures. She added pictures, very visually appealing. Then she has social media, and then she she put a page for her sources and credits for part 1. All right, then she did part 2. She kind of switched up her design. She wanted to do personal and community health. So she lists those 3 facts again for each, and then has her citations, okay? And then part 3 as well, okay? I'm going to show you one more example from a student. They just used a PowerPoint and then sent me a PDF version. So they did appearance influenced by culture, and then appearance influenced by social media. Then she went ahead and moved on to part 2, just talking about personal health risks of sleep habits, and then community health risks with sleep habits. And then finally finishing with a health safety plan of sleep habits. And then she, at the very end, decided to cite all of her sources. So I hope this video helps. And if you guys have any questions at all, please reach out and we'll make sure that you get an A on this project.